What's going on, everyone? Hope all of you are doing amazing on this Sunday afternoon / evening for a lot of you. King Azoulay and I are back for another one. How's everyone doing on this beautiful weekend? What's up? What's up?
Good evening, everyone. What's going on? Mr. Darkness, what's going on, brother?
How's everyone doing today?
Should I call you brother or sister? You know that guy that goes, 𝗬𝗵𝗲𝗡𝗧.
You're already starting the nonsense.
Oh, man.
I think markets have opened on most pairs.
Like we mentioned to you guys on Friday, you know what, take a day off. It's not worth it to trade BTC. A lot of people are like, oh, we missed the bottom, wala. And to be honest, look at the price action. It have not moved anywhere.
It hasn't given us anything. But if you guys haven't seen on the cover of our YouTube video yet, we are going to be taking hopefully 1K to 5K on the stream with you on Breakout. We have an active account on Breakout that we will be trading, and hopefully we can catch some live trades with you guys on BTC. We're going to be mostly focusing on BTC today, of course, because of the fact that Breakout only supports BTC, but we will give you a run through some other currency pairs, and we might take a look at NAS and everything like that. But BTC will be the main focus today because we're trying to make you boys some money.
And of course, we have a surprise for you guys. We have a guest on the show today. He's going to join us, a good friend of ours.
Good friend of us. Come in the frame, Johnny. Oh shit, maybe come in the middle, wait.
And here we have Johnny, the one and only.
What's up, guys?
Our brother Johnny.
He's also a trader like us.
I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see him.
We tried to convince him to come on the show, and we did it. Yes, he's on the show today.
He's gonna be chilling with us. Yeah, BTW.
He's a very private person, so
Yeah, he's
Time to make some money.
time to make some money, bro.
That's why we're here, baby.
Let's take a look at Bitcoin, baby. Bitcoin, phone cash. I'm gonna phone the bank right now because we're about to bankroll hard. I'm telling you that for free. Let's look at the fundamentals for the week. Let's see what we got going on this week. So tomorrow we got ECB President Lagarde speaking. Don't care about that. Let's check the next day. We've got CB consumer confidence and JOLTS job openings on Tuesday, which could be pretty good. Let's see, Wednesday we have Fed Chairman Walsh speaking. We have PMI. So we have quite a lot of news on Wednesday. Thursday we have average hourly earnings, NFP, and unemployment rate. And then Friday we have, for the Euro and the GBP, ECB President Lagarde speaking again, and then BOE Government Bailey speaks on Friday. So this week is looking pretty jam-packed with news. Wednesday is going to be the most influential day. So keep that in mind when trading this week. Hopefully it's going to give us some volatility so we can get some beautiful trades for you guys.
to be honest, I'm looking for BTC to fly to the upside.
I agree with you. I think we can long soon. I mean, look how we're holding this level over here. We've been holding this level now since Thursday, even Wednesday. We haven't really traded out of this range. I think we could most likely stay in this range. Maybe price could bounce from. Let's go to the 15 minute.
We had a beautiful buy on the inner circle on Friday, and we had a nice short on the live. If you guys watched our live,
yeah, we got 2 GBP entries also on Friday. Weren't the best of my ability, but at least we ended up closing with 1 to 5 RR. So at the end of the day, we got 2 entries. They still gave us a little bit of profit, but yeah, last week was pretty slow.
So remember, guys, if I told you if the market breaks this level over here, it's going straight down. And before we left the live, we told you this is our target, is the negative 27. And of course, on the inner circle, people got into the long and they just held.
Dude, I'm trying to join the inner circle. You can join as soon as you have 50K, brother.
Sure, you can just drop John a DM and on the inner circle, just do an application and they should open a ticket and they will reply to you.
Can we expect the indicator ready this week?
We're looking at...
I would say in the next 2 weeks it should be ready. There was just some minor tweaks we had to make it ready for you guys.
So hopefully at the mid of next month, we want to release everything together with FlowX and all of that. So guys, what we have here on BTC, looking at 61.8. If 61.8, if we get a closure like this, as you can see, we have the 50 MA on the 4 hour. So if we see a closure like this of a green candle, we can expect price to just go higher, make a pattern. This line is gonna detect the weak momentum. So we below this over here, any pattern that is created below this line over here, we're going to shoot to the downside to our target over here. This is our target, 55,200. So any pattern created below this line, I expect the market to just go lower. But if we get 1 4-hour closure and then market starts shooting up, the momentum for the week stays to the upside, and of course we can test this area over here, and if we maintain below here we can still go lower. But then if we see a green candle, another green candle in the air, that's when you short, and then boom, it breaks below here on a retest, we can take another short and we just continue to the downside. Currently over the weekend, as you can see, we have the buyers and the sellers are agreeing on the same price. Thomas, what's your thought on that?
I mean, at the moment, it looks like buyers and sellers are equal. So neither buyers nor sellers have taken control yet. This is what we most likely to see when buyers are equals and sellers are equals, that price is just going to trade inside a range, because the market hasn't decided yet where it's going to go. It's just going to trade inside the range. You'll see that price will most likely test the minor support and the minor resistance multiple times, and you'll see rejections from that area. And once buyers or sellers have taken control, you'll see a break out of that range, and then you can confirm that price is most likely to either move to the downside if it breaks to the downside, and then to the upside if it breaks to the upside. So
if we close like this on the daily, I expect the market to just shoot up. Hopefully we can get on breakout a nice entry on our funded accounts on breakout. So let's see how that goes. We're gonna do it live with you guys, give you some trades. So if this close like this, I expect a green candle, even though this is a bearish formation, but it's still at the bottom. So I would see the market going up. On the 4 hour, I just want to show you guys, we have a head and shoulders. Can you see over here? And usually it's around 500 points, the right shoulder lower. So let's see how much this is. Yeah, so 250. So it is low on the right. So this is a head and shoulders, is looking to go to the downside, but to be honest, the momentum is dead to the downside. So let's see what the market open gives us.
Can I see something quick?
And we take it from there.
Yeah, so some of you guys are asking, what are the numbers? So if I'm doing, I would say that the range high would be around here, and then we could have the range low around here. So this is where I want to see price. If price maintains above this level, and if we go to the 15 minutes, what I would look for, honestly, on BTC, I'm just going to take these MAs away quickly. This is what I would want, okay? So what we could see is, remember, we have this 15-minute bullish candle to the upside, 0 wick to the downside. So what we could see is price come retrace, take out this wickless candle, and then we could see a bounce to the upside. I think that would be supported by the 61.8 level. Yes, it is. So you could see price come down, wick this 15-minute candle, test the 61.8, and then form a pattern to the upside. That's what I would honestly be looking for on BTC, as we are still maintaining above this level. And I think that we could get some sort of a bounce from around 59,479, so 59,480. Could you add some house music like always in the background? Yeah, we'll get on that. King Azoulay, can you add some house music? They want some house music.
Sure. How about some black coffee?
No, we're gonna get banned for that shit. It's got to be non-copyright. What market? ES1. We on BTC, brother. BTC. I can't see the numbers. Okay, well, I hope that, yeah, 59,480 bounce. That's where I'm looking for a bounce from. So, yeah, around 59,480. That's where I would like to see a bounce from, to be honest.
Are you only doing cryptos today, or are you doing forex?
We'll probably only trade crypto, but we are going to look at forex a little bit. Bro, it can't be copyright music.
It's not.
Okay.
So we're gonna give you the moving average, the daily movement for the day. I'm just going to calculate it for you guys because currently we don't have the indicator ready.
What will be your SL? I haven't calculated SL or TP yet, or even entry. That's just where I want to see a bounce from.
I'm gonna give you guys the SL now.
It was give the, what's the movement for the day?
Johnny, what's your outlook for the markets today?
Looking at GU, looks like it's similar situation to Bitcoin. Buyers and sellers are pretty much equal. I see.
Do you want to go on the...
Opportunity for shorts and longs. There's got 2 areas of turbulence, but it all depends on where the market wants to go.
Can you guys hear him in the back? People talking SL, not TP. What the fuck, lol. So what Johnny said is that he thinks market is very similar on GBP/USD to BTC. Buyers and sellers are very equal at the moment. We haven't really done much in this current week. I mean, we've traded inside this range since last week or 10 days ago. So in 10 days we've traded only 120 pips, 130 pips in 10 days. So we haven't seen much movement, honestly. I think that what is most likely to happen, and I'm sure Johnny would agree with me, is that we can have something looking like that. This zone we're trading inside. So I would wait, honestly, for either sellers to push the price to this level, and if we see a bounce from here, we could maybe look for longs to the upside. But what I would most likely want to see is price break this level and push further to the downside. Because if you go look at DXY, remember guys, I spoke to you last week about 3 points of turbulence, okay? So we had number 1, we had a rejection, push to the downside. We had a number 2, little rejection, and then we had a number 3, tested our TCM level, point of turbulence number 3, and we've seen a rejection back to the upside. Now what this means is we're respecting all of these levels over here. We've seen price move to the downside. Now it's showing us that DXY is most likely to keep transacting to the upside. And what I want to see DXY do in the next couple of days is hopefully transact around 101,800 to our bullish target, because once we surpass and if we disrespect these 200 levels, price is most likely to keep transacting to the upside. Levels of DXY you placed, Tomo, was fucking spot on. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Yo, bro, these things we give you guys is not bullshit. It's not a bunch of shit. So when we speak, you know, just take it in, try and learn from us as much as you can. But what I think DXY is most likely to do is just keep transacting to the upside. If we disrespect this 100 level, it's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up. And I think we could see potential for price to move to around 101,660. And then that's the last level that I would say price could stop. And then if we disrespect, I would say, yeah, 101,800 to 102 flat would be a target for DXY. And then that would obviously support the fact that GU needs to push lower. I think we're super bearish on GU at the moment. Johnny, I'm sure you can agree with me on that. GU, like we've just been transacting to the downside. There hasn't really, we've had small retracements to the upside, but there's nothing showing that buyers are really wanting to step in.
And I think it's also worthy to note that we are currently in an Elliott wave
Exactly.
midterm kind of structure, so we still need to go down to our leg 3 of the Elliott wave,
Exactly.
which is still lower. So we still, if that's going to play out in the midterm,
So
the long term, we still need to go down to.
So we still need to go to around like this level, I think.
So
and have a pullback.
I see BTC now, it's coming to our level. Can I just... So guys, on BTC, what I'm personally looking on and what we're gonna take on the live stream is looking on the 4-hour. So this is what I'm looking for, right? So on the 4-hour, our buyers and sellers are agreeing on the same price. So if I take this candle over here, and we can see the negative 27 is somewhere around there, right? Of this candle. Let me just zoom in so you guys can see. Plus, we need a wick to the downside. Plus, market open is going to give me some turbulence and all of that. So we have negative 27 over here. Now, if I take the high, the low to the high of this candle, what do I get? The 78. So that's now the dots are starting to connect. Okay, now this is becoming a strong area. Going on the 15 minutes to refine our entry, what we can do is take the high to the low. And what do we have? Negative 27. And what is this blue line over here? This blue line represent this weekly low over here. So basically we're gonna look too long. So basically we're gonna come maybe retest over here and just continue to the upside. And why not get the lowest price I can? You know what I mean? Like if you look at this formation, this exact formation we seen on the 15 minutes, do you know where we see that? We see this transaction happening on NASDAQ. Look at this.
NASDAQ on that ass crack.
NASDAQ on the 4-hour, guys. Look at that. Is it not the same pattern?
Exactly the same.
And then what happened? It came back to the 61.8 to the 78.
We're going to give you entry now, guys. Don't worry.
Boom. 61.8. Tried to break through it, couldn't, came back, retested perfect, came down, retest the 38. And then, yeah, so same pattern here. On the 15 minute, we can see the same thing happening. So, BTC, our stop loss is 2,500. This is our stop loss over here. So 38, 35. Can I have 35? No. Yeah. Well, just go back.
What do you want?
35.
Oh, 35 on this.
Yeah. Go back. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. So this is 35. This can be our entry.
So entry we're looking at is 59,135. Let me type it in the chat. Or let me actually just type it here.
And guys, remember, we have the 61.8 to protect us. So if the market pushed down to 61.8, we'd be like, okay, maybe now let's see how the 15-minute candle closes. If the 15-minute candle closes green and it leave a wick to the downside, then we're like, okay, you know what? Maybe now we can go break even, or we can cut our position down because it went to the 61.8. And then if it retests the 27 and close on the 27, you know what? I'm getting out of the position.
So guys, entry 15, you guys should be able to see now. And King Azoulay, oh shit. And King Azoulay, are they waiting for the engulfing, or are they just entering straight off?
Yeah, they can wait for wicks to the downside. They can just buy a limit. Plus, guys, you gotta remember we have all of these here are wicks that need to be filled on the 4 hour. So we can just see market coming down, to be honest, and close and just continuing down from here because market's very bearish. But I personally think it's time for a relief for the market to go.
The SL's not wrong. I don't know.
To go to the upside. We had a
use of they want SL, but that is the SL.
I'll give them SL.
58.888. That is it.
Guys, this is what we're looking at.
Yeah, SL is 58.888.
The number of money.
The stop loss is 58,888. Are we full porting?
We're gonna go full port. We're probably gonna risk 3 PTCs on this trade, to be honest. Breakout, what we have is
our max. The screen is unclear, 100%, but there's no ways you can't see 59,135 and 58,888. There's no ways. I'm sure you guys can see that. If I'm wrong, I'll type it in the chat. But I highly doubt you can't see that.
all right. Let's see what we have here. We have liquidation on FlowX. We have liquidation of the short.
Thank you, Troy.
Liquidation is less than the.
What about Trump wanting to nuke Iran? Shit, I hope that doesn't happen anytime soon.
So the long liquidation is higher than the short, which means the longs are in the market. People are wanting the market to go up. We have here the whales are bearish. The retail is not, they're bullish. So basically retails want the market to go up. But that's in the last 4 hours, last 24 hours. We have had 18 million. So basically the longs are the one that's getting hit at the moment. Look how much liquidation we had on the long, 18K.
In the last hour.
Mm-hmm. So on breakout we have.
Remember guys, we're trading 1K to 5K on breakout if we get an entry.
We have 79 to. From 100 we can go down to 79 and then we can lose the account. So what do you guys think? Should we full port the account? Should we risk 50%, so we risk 1.5K? What do you guys think?
What do you guys want? Full port or no? Full margin? Yeah, of course so. 𝗕𝗵𝗲𝗍𝗍 wants a full port, he loves it.
I love full port in my accounts.
But guys, pass me the mouse quick. 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗍𝗍 baby.
To get
I
me
want
excited.
guarantee money. Let's go safe. Proper risk management, full port. I think 25% makes more sense. We want to make some money for you guys. I don't mind. Kids are starving. Full port. I like that answer. What is the TP? TP is 60553. 60553.
So our take profit is actually, sorry, I didn't elaborate on the take profit. So our long-term take profit is, we're looking at, okay, so let's break it down. This is not our take profit, guys. You can take profit 1 to 5 if you want, all right? Which is the higher low of this here over here, which is the 618. Let's say we enter around here, so you're looking at 618. You can exit over there if you want, but my personal long term is,
yeah, but we're not long term holding this bitch.
no, 100%. But then if we can get a 1 to
20,
1 to 20, guys, this can be our long term target. So basically, I'm looking, why did I choose that? We have a drop, a relief, a drop, and then a little bit of pullback, which is like maybe it gave us the 38, maybe not. And then it pulled back again, and then it just consolidated. So I'm looking to take out this high over here and this high over here. So if we do this, all right, we need to at least come back to the 50% of this leg. You see, we didn't even come to the 38. So here we have the sellers when they got into control. So the banks, everyone need to buy this market and goes up again. Look at all these orders that need to be filled to the upside. You see, these orders here need to be filled. We're going to see an area of turbulence over here, especially over here, area of turbulence, and it just boom to the upside. So we're looking at this 50%.
You want the number for the final TP? 64835. ES opens in 2 minutes. Yeah, we'll take a look at NASDAQ.
So 63,800, guys.
Yeah, 63,800. Final TP. 63,800.
Looking 1 to 5. So on the breakout, I'm thinking to
risk 50.
So we're looking at 63,500. 750. So basically, we will be risking 500.
Yeah, $500 to make.
5.5k.
Yeah, 5.5k. So we're only risking, what's that? 15%.
We're risking
0.5% of the account.
exactly. So
We're risking $500 on a 100k account, which is only 0.5%. To make one, but are you putting it to final TP, eh?
yeah. So we're gonna make 5.9k,
No.
and I think that's worth it. Like, why not? You know,
What leverage is that? What leverage are we ripping at? You see?
5x.
5x leverage.
That max we can get on PTC.
That's max we can get on breakthrough. Breakthrough.
So we have a buy limit. All right, confirmed stop loss 58,749, and
Oh, you changed the stop loss. So guys, this is the stop loss updated. Updated stop loss.
No, why is that stop loss? Wait, just go double press on it. Double press on it. It
Yeah,
should be 2,500.
Yeah, it's just under.
Yeah?
So 58,749 updated stop loss. Let's see, Nasdaq on that ass crack is opening now.
Oh, look at that rally we have on BTC on forex.
Ooh, Nasdaq on that ass crack. Nasdaq, I would never enter anything now because the spread will be so wide that you will get stopped out in the first 15 seconds of your trade. No point to that. GBP USD as well. I'm not looking at anything until I would say maybe 1 o'clock, so in an hour. I would say that you could start looking for trade ideas, but at the moment what I would be looking for is just for either price to break out of this range or this range. That's what I'm waiting for. That's the breakout set limit. You set the limit, King Azoulay?
We have the limit set on 59,135.
Nice. S&P making a nice little push to the upside. We gapped a little bit. As well as Nasdaq. We must have... Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, Nasdaq. Nasdaq, we're also holding the zone so well. We've respected on the 4 hour now. We've respected on the 4 hour the zone since Wednesday last week. So we're just trading inside this 50%. We've tested this 50% of this 4 hour candle. And then we came to the 78, our last area where we would see a rejection from, and then we've kept transacting to the upside. Look at Nasdaq. Holy shit.
Yeah, look at BTC too. Look at that huge candle to the upside.
Yeah, we came to fill these baby wicks and we flew, baby. BTC must come back though, it needs to. Holy moly. Let's see something, yeah. How much is the
2,500? That's your stop loss?
Oh, is he longing that baby?
He's in longs.
Nice. So that
Right.
618 would have actually been quite a clean entry that I was speaking about. Could have been decent. Yeah?
Yeah.
Just came to say, I see the 3 beautiful faces in the stream, but the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗧 is truly gorgeous. I'm not biased.
Who's that?
Tutor. Thanks so much, guys. Everyone go like. Yeah, guys, go like the video so we can keep doing what we love doing, keep providing you guys with banging trades, because at the end of the day, King Azoulay gets really, really upset if you guys don't like the video. He starts crying.
I do get upset. Plus, we just retested the 15 minutes 50 MA. That's the reason we got a reaction, plus the -27 if you pull the previous leg on that. So we can just flip it and then...
Short.
No. Oh, it can just come again and retest the other side of that -27. Market can take out the people that's long in and just trick everyone and come down. So let's see, let's be patient and see how this 15-minute candle closes. It's gonna be very interesting.
Did you guys enter That's my trade. I just closed a small profit. Did you trade that? You just trade that 58 480. Did someone long from there? 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗄𝗧, did you long that thing I was speaking about earlier?
And guys, don't get stuck on the low time frames. Like, you gotta zoom out. You gotta at least see 1 month of candles on the 4 hour. On the 15 minutes, you need to see at least a week. You know, don't zoom in. The moment you zoom in, you're like, oh my god, this candle is such a big move, I missed the whole move. No, you didn't. You just zoomed in too much.
That thing I spoke about.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's all about getting two confluence at minimum and having a bias.
Where was your stop loss? Did you have, what, a 240 stop loss?
And you just get to take the entry, you know?
𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗽𝗏, both of you guys longed this. Where did you exit? Did you guys both exit, or what was your TP for that long? If you are in longs, just go break even, let it run.
Nice, my man did $500 in 1 minute.
𝗬𝗔𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗏. I closed a small profit when you shared that 60.0135. Oh, nice, bro. We aren't scalping single candles, lol. Some of these are scalping single candles. I kind of love that. I was saying like you could enter from this level, and then O's already entering, so you guys do trust us, which is great. How much did you make on that trade? Your fees probably ate your profit, yeah. No, I mean, bro, that's...
What do you guys think of funded accounts? What do you guys...
Yeah. Let us know if you guys have traded a funded account. Send number 1, and if you've never, send a number 2. So number 1 if you've traded a funded before, and number 2 if you've never. Come on, guys, blow up that chat, please, bro. I just blew 3 breakout accounts past week.
Man, what's going on with you, brother? Why did you do that?
What happened, bro? So it seems like a lot of you have, but a lot of you haven't. Seems like a lot of you haven't. No, well done, Anis.
Guys, what's going on? We only have 51 likes.
Yeah, let's blow that up. We have 165 people in this Discord. I mean, in this YouTube video. Like, blow up those likes so that we can come back tomorrow for another stream.
Plus, what we planning to do for you guys is start streaming London session, and so you guys can trade some currencies and make some good money on that. So basically,
Alex blew 2 fundeds, I think. Was it him that said he blew? No.
I'm going to target a 1 funded broker on FX, and we going to get you a discount on their account. Plus, we're gonna try to shut them down, all of us.
You want?
I think if I get 100 people on my side,
yeah,
I'll pass the accounts with them. We do calls every day, London session. We take trades together. We speak about risk management, and I get 500. I get 100 of you guys with me to do so, and then we can close them down. I promise you.
What we're gonna do for you guys is, in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna be trading some fundeds. We're gonna hopefully make a cool announcement for you guys pretty soon, and then hopefully do some giveaways for you guys with the fundeds, and then you guys can pass them with us on a live stream. And we're gonna hopefully do that for a couple of guys in the next couple of weeks. So it's gonna be crazy.
What's the TP on the Bitcoin?
63,800.
Yeah, 63,800.
750.
Look at that
Long
reaction.
term or the short term?
Long term.
Short term is 6,800. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Look at that reaction off the 50 MA. That's a little bit naughty.
63,800.
I can see it.
Yeah, can you see on Yusuf's
Yeah,
screen?
I can see it.
What do you think of hedging funded accounts, long one, short the other, so you guarantee a funded one?
First of all,
I would never do that.
It depends if they allow news trading, but most prop firms nowadays don't actually allow easy tradings. I actually saw the other day on the prop firms funded account, if you trade news, you only keep 15% of the profit.
Yeah. They do anything to screw you, these fundeds. But the one good thing about Breakout, and that's why we use them, is that they have a 100% payout guarantee. No matter if you full port. Bro, you said the indicator on Monday. You guys are still working on it or completed. It's not completed yet. We basically had finished the whole thing, but there was a few things that we needed to update so that it could be accessible to as many people as possible. So. And we have another 2 or 3 indicators that we basically building, and we want to give to all of you guys. So we want to give them all at once. We don't want to give you one by one. We want to give you guys all the goods at once.
100%. And don't remember, you're not missing out because we providing you with the numbers every day on Discord. On my channel, we at least doing a webinar. If we're not doing a webinar, we're doing a live stream. And now we're going to be streaming separately this coming week, me and Thomas. So he's going to be streaming London. I'll be streaming New York or vice versa. I'll definitely be streaming London almost every day. There will be a webinar. There will be a live stream, so you guys will have the daily movement for the day. Plus we might do once or twice a week on Wednesday maybe, or Thursday. We're gonna call it a technical Tuesday, where we go and we analyze the market, Asian session. Because to be honest, Thomas, don't you think we've been missing a lot of money in the Asian session while we're sleeping?
100%, bro. I mean, how many days have we seen Asian session absolutely pump? I mean, in the last week or 2, I think Asian session's been the best trading session of
100%. I'll wake up in the morning and it's like, boom,
market's done.
The daily movement is finished. I'm like, okay, and now I can't trade. The market is not gonna go anywhere. And look at on Friday. Look at PTC on Friday. It's same thing.
They're on the moon. Yeah, we live on the moon.
So plus to detect the Asian session, we're working on an indicator too that we can give to you guys.
I don't sleep anymore, bro. Sleep is for the poor. Sleep on top of the
10x that shit.
Sleep is for the poor, guys.
1 or 100x, Yusuf?
100x leverage. Sleep is for the poor.
You see this guy that makes fun of Luke and all of these guys online. He's like, the one video I saw.
Okay, Ginger.
The
Ranger.
He makes fun of King Azoulay. Fuck that guy, bro. He makes fun of King Azoulay.
No, that other guy that goes. Luke, what do you call that guy? Luke. When he's selling one of the, he like sells these courses, and he's like, I think he must become a motivational speaker. That dude, he doesn't even know what trading is. He goes. You wearing a shirt, you are a consumer. You wearing a shoe, you are a consumer. And that dude goes and make fun of him. Be like, what, must I walk around naked?
With you guys, we only sleep on Christmas 100%, bro. Is this 100k account thumbnail? Is it? Yes, sir. That is the account. That is the account. Bro, honestly, me and King Azoulay are going to just start streaming Asian session like at least 2 to 3 times a week, because we wake up in the morning and the markets are dead. They're trash. So I'm trying to make money all day, every day. I'm not trying to make money only once a week. And I'm sure you guys are the same. Not saying that I'm going to chase trades or anything, but if I'm seeing Asian sessions popping off every single day, bro, screw that shit. I'm gonna wake up early and I'm gonna trade.
Guys, look at that 15 minutes closure.
Naughty, naughty.
Can you see? And you guys want to see something crazy? If you look at this leg, all right, this is a leg and this is a leg, all right? It doesn't count as a leg if it doesn't give me 2 green candles. 1 green candle is not enough. So we have a leg to the upside, a leg to the downside, right? Look at that body closure. Now we can see the market gonna fall, right? So what if you take this low over here to this high, you will see we have a perfect negative 27, right? And then if it reacts to negative 27, on the other side is going to react to 78. So we reverse that fib. Oh wow, what a coincidence. It lines up with our entry. So it stopped at negative 27. Now it's gonna stop at 61.8. So 58.9.
I have a very short amount of money. Do you recommend to go to funded or breakout? Make a few thousands. I'm tired of the fees that eat the account. Bro, I mean, if you're following good traders and...
Can we have this number at 85?
Huh?
85? No, delete. 99985.
If you guys...
So guys, this is our entry.
That damned wick shit took on my short SL at 59,800. I would never ever put my SL anywhere close to an MA because it's probably going to take you out.
So guys, this is our entry over here on PTC, guys. So I'm gonna copy that. What's going on, Thomas?
Yeah, what do you want?
So I just want you to type entry and then type the entry number, which is this, and then the SL.
Okay, pass me them out.
Thank you. Let me just check. The SL is 2,500.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, yeah, market is very slow today. Let's look at gold. All right, gold, I'm looking to short for the week, guys. Gold short for the week.
We're still looking for longs though at 59,135. Huh? Our original BTC trade.
Wait.
What, you've changed the...
No, that's our trade right there. This is our trade.
No. You've changed it though. Yeah, 100% fact. I know for...
It's 95.
I changed it a little, but it's not too much. So if we take the previous leg and then we...
Well, no, but I'm just saying that it was originally at 59,135. It was way up here. So I must change then the whole thing. I must tell them.
Yeah, no, this is the entry.
Okay, guys, so this is an updated entry now. Just take this. 58,996 and 58,749. I don't think this was the entry there. Or was it always here? I think we're gonna come to our level, bro. Just check what you have on the funded, because I promise you had the 58,135 or 59.
Yeah, but then I just yeah.
Okay, on.
Updated. I had 59,135.
Just check
So
what
I
you-
updated that to
She is looking
59.
so bearish still, bro. It's just like we broke the 50 MA on the 15-minute. Price is definitely still going to transact to the downside. I would say on GBP USD, I'm not bullish until we break this 50 MA and we break this zone. Until then, I'm still so bearish. I don't see any reason at the moment for price to go up unless we come down to maybe 1.31568, and then we could look for longs. I'd say that's the
I would also,
yeah.
I'd say look for
Or even
one, so
lower.
3 on 5.
Yeah. 315.
If we hold and we push up, I would definitely could see shorts at 322.
Yeah. Yeah, around here. I agree. I 100% agree. 58996 entry. Let's just go back quickly. 58996. Yes, sir. Is long entry. We long in that baby. So what's the new entry? Entry 58996. SL 58749. If you guys can see on my screen. Yeah. Shot.
So, yeah, this is entry. And then this is SL, guys. Let's see if BTC can give it to us on the live stream. Come on, BTC.
You guys should have the new entry.
Remember, guys, we get in, break even, and then boom. That's all we need. Slowly but surely.
Let's see what this baby does for us. Let's take a run through some. Should we run them through pairs? Or we're gonna do that tomorrow morning.
You can run them through pairs.
So okay, I've explained to you.
I got a question for you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Let's say you had zero money.
Yeah.
What is your go-to? Like, let's say you had $1,000 and then.
I trade. Or what?
Oh, what will you do? Will you deposit that money and trade it, or will you rather get a funded account and then it takes you 2 months to get your first payout?
Leverage 5x leverage. Personally, I would, if I had $1,000 to my name and that's all I had, I wouldn't buy a funded.
You wouldn't buy a funded?
No.
Why not?
Because firstly, I know that I have a pretty high win rate. Like at the moment, I'm sitting on the Discord at like 90 plus win rate %. So if I have that high win rate, why would I ever go to fund? I can double my money and then, or triple my money and then I can go to funded. Do you know what I mean? Unless.
But why not buy 2 fundeds and then pass the 2 fundeds?
It depends how much a funded is.
No, I mean the funded.
$500 to $1,000.
It's
so
500. So you're gonna get 2 fundeds, pass the 2 fundeds, and then if you as good as you think you are, you can pass the funded
We can do
in one trade, and then what you can do is.
I think fundeds
start
are
raping
good.
the funded.
I think fundeds are only a good place to be if you understand how to trade. If you don't understand how to trade, I mean, some people say that they can't trade fundeds because the way that they trade doesn't support fundeds. That probably just means you don't have any sort of risk management.
But exactly, that's why fundeds exist in the first place, because they know there's no risk management in the industry anymore.
Exactly. I would say trade fundeds if you understand how to trade, or you have people like me and King Azoulay that are going to direct you through the whole
Just put
challenge phase. I mean,
buy limit, sell limit. Just come to the Discord.
I mean, we give you guys, I would say, at least one trade, like minimum. If we, like last week, I think we gave you 2 winning trades last week, and we had like 5 or 6 BE, and then I think like 2 losses max. But if you think about it, if you're risking 3.3%, like we tell you to, you should be in profit every single time. There's no ways you guys aren't in profit if you're risking what we tell you to risk and you're taking every single one of our trades. Like, I understand that that a lot of you don't have the time to see every single one of our trades, but put push notifications on for Discord, tap on both King Azoulay and our channels, and just stay close attention to your phone. I mean, it's not that hard to just enter the SLTP and entry. It should take 1 or 2 minutes max. You know what I mean? So if you guys are wanting to follow all of our trades, the best place to be is the Discord. There's no questions asked about that. I mean, our Discord is where we're going to post most of our trades. Our live streams and our Discord webinars are where we're going to try and take live trades with you, to squeeze a few more trades out the market. But all our like A tier, S tier setups that we planning for a couple of hours are all posted in the Discord. King Azoulay?
Plus, yeah, 100%. Plus, I'm going to be taking $100,000 into $1 million challenge starting tomorrow morning. I'm going to be posting all my trades on X.
Yeah, let's drop our X handles. Guys, if you want to see our trades as well on X, let me just drop our X handles in the chat quickly. Because we do also post there, it would be a massive help if you guys could go and follow us and follow all of our trades. It really means a lot to all of us.
So I'm going to be taking 100K to $1 million. And if you guys want, you can start with 1K and just adjust your risk.
So here's my one. I'm going to drop King Azoulay's right now.
There you have it on top there. A quick way to learn risk management, to be honest, like, you know, just chat GPT, be like, I want to risk 3.3% on my account. So personally, I risk 3.3% on each position. So what you do, if you trade in PTC, put in your entry, put in your stop loss, and it should show you on the side how much you're risking in dollars. So you can either calculate it on dollars. Leverage is not gonna really matter, because if you want to risk all your account, then you need max leverage. But if you're not risking all your account, all you need is 5%, you know, 5x. So
risk management only works though if you understand how to trade. I mean, risking 3.3% if you have no clue how to trade means absolutely nothing. So I think the first thing that you need to identify is, do you know how to trade? Does the set strategy or execution model that you're using work? Number one. If it does work, so you can check that box and it does work, then you can start looking at risk management. But obviously from the start, you need to have a set risk management. What I would recommend for you guys, if you're starting and you're learning, risk 1% of your account. It might not be a lot. I dropped both X's. I dropped both of them in the chat. You should see
them in the chat.
I don't know how to do that.
There you
go. I'll just pin yours for now. But what I'm saying is, I would recommend risking 1%. And then what you guys need to do, no, I don't need to learn. Okay, well then follow us. Try and learn from us. Try and learn from the things that we provide in the webinars. We give you guys tips and tricks every single day. Like, write those things down. I don't know why none of you guys are writing. I mean, I'm sure some of you are, but write those things down. Like, the advice and these little tips and tricks that we give you is seriously valuable. And that's why we're profitable. It wouldn't be, if we were trash at trading and we're just losing all the time, then
man, I give them so many tips on the Discord, on the webinar. Me and Thomas, is insane how much tips you guys get. It should be illegal, because we are not here to educate you. We do not sell a course. What we do is we provide everything for free. We give you guys ways to enter the market. We give you all the tools. I provided
the X name in the Discord. It's pinned.
We give you all the tools. We give you FlowX is gonna be a terminal soon. We're working on that. We're working on some AI tools to teach you how to trade. We're working on a terminal where you can see base performing algorithms. So we're releasing some algorithms for you guys that come in on the terminal of FlowX. Also, you're gonna see base performing algorithm. You are going to be able to connect your account, so you don't have to really trade. And plus, you're gonna see base performing traders. Blah blah blah. It's going to be absolutely insane in the next month or two. So just follow along, reserve your capital as much as you can. Rather have capital when the opportunity come than blow it now, and then when the opportunity come, you don't have capital. There is so much money to be made in the market. The only thing is being patient, and then when to stay out of the market. It's a very good thing to learn.
100%. I feel like most people blow their accounts because they're chasing trades. Like, I think a lot of you guys are just wanting to make money quick, and every single opportunity you see, you're just trading for no reason. Okay, wait, let's pin this one quickly so you guys can get mine as well. Yeah. I pinned my one now so you guys will see. But yeah, don't rush into trades. Wait for these trades to come to you. I think that's what we speak about the most in our live webinars, is that a lot of you guys are just rushing into trade. You're setting limits blindly. You have not a clue of where the market is going to go up or down, and then you're trading.
Guys, come on. We only have 74 likes. You need to run it up. There's 169. You know, 169, my favorite number. 169. I know you got here by pressing a button, so go press that button so we can keep doing what we're doing.
Forcing is definitely my biggest weakness. Brother, I mean, if forcing is your biggest weakness, what you should do is limit yourself to one.
Get a chessboard, brother. Play chess. Play a lot of chess.
Yeah. Play chess and learn to have a limit.
By the way, I beat Johnny at the chess. Johnny?
That's lies.
Johnny?
He didn't. If forcing is your biggest weakness, take one trade. If you lose it and you're about to set another, go bang your head against the wall maybe 4 or 5 times and then see if you want to do it.
Nah, facts. I think you guys, if you first starting trading and you want to learn and you testing a strategy, or you following me and King Azoulay, what I would do is make some rules for yourself, because if you're following someone, of course they're going to be sending the trades, so you don't really need to know about risk management because we provide. You don't need to know about when to trade and when to not trade because we won't be trading in hours that you shouldn't be trading. But what I would do is limit yourself to one trade. Say you're only going to take trades at when King Azoulay and Thomas send the trades, or you're only going to take trades when you fully you have your full attention on the stream, or you have your full attention on your phone. Like, make some more little rules for yourself so that when you break those rules, you know why you lost, and have consequences for those rule breaking. Because at the end of the day, if you don't learn from your first mistake, it's okay, but if you're going to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row, you're never going to get good at trading, ever. You're just going to stay. Even if your strategy is the best strategy on the planet, you can't stick to your rules, you're never going to win. Genuinely.
And you know, for me, I don't understand people that are losing all the time, because to be honest, what is going on? Why are you not going break even? Plus, for me, it's like I'll either go break even or I will not lose. Like, let me teach you a trick on
they want to copy
how not to lose money. So let's say market is going up, right?
Yeah, wait, this guy just tuned in, just show them that. So here's quickly the entry. Just look at it quickly. JC.
No, I'll leave it there. So let's say you guys are in a long. All right, market coming to our entry, guys. Let's say you're in a long, right? Now remember, we enter in at a very high confluence area. So let's say we have head and shoulders, and now you took a long. You took a long over here. All right? You took a long over here. You go in break even, my friend. When the market goes here, you go in break even. But let's say you are doing proper risk management and market went like this. Went like this. And then boom. Went up a little bit and you didn't go break even and started going down.
So I just want to explain one thing. How do you know that the market exhausted its move for the day and won't move much for the rest of the day? So the price has an average movement per day. So you have a price movement that will trade every single day for different currencies, and it will differ depending on what currency you're looking at. And that price movement shows you an estimate of how far price may move for that day. And once you've exceeded 70 to 80% of that price movement, even 60, then I would completely stay away from the market, because why would you be wanting to enter trade if price has moved 70% of its movement for the day? You know what I mean? So we will be giving you the indicator that will be providing you with everything. Gonna set a small limit and go to bed. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining, 𝗬𝗏𝗧. Appreciate it, bro.
So, guys, back to our conversation. Let's say you took a long over here and market went up a bit. You didn't get a chance to go break even. Now, markets start going down, right?
I go smoke some weed when I come up.
So, market comes down and then pulls up a bit.
I'm
and
telling
then,
you, this is 𝗵𝗲𝗍𝗲.
And then
It's the darkness, I can promise you for a fact.
and then it comes down, right?
It is, bro.
Now you're thinking over here, okay, shit, now I'm getting a cheaper price. I'm gonna enter another long. And then I'm gonna enter another long. And then you be like, I'm getting a cheaper price. No, my friend. The moment you're thinking you should go long, that's when you go short. So let's say you had 35 lots over here, right? Let's say you had 30 contracts over here for long, and now you're in drawdown. The moment you think you must load more longs, you go in short, but you keep in both positions open. Now what happened? Now you're floating only in that loss. You didn't hit stop loss, right? Even in the stop loss, you can set a sell limit instead of a stop loss. The reason I'm saying that is because market is going to continue to the downside, right? It's going to continue to the downside, but then it's just going to go boom. Now you're going to be break even on both positions. You're going to have TP on this one by entry, and then on this one, same thing. So market is just going to fly through it. Why? Because you're entering on a high confluence area. For example, the reason you entered here maybe is 78, right? Maybe it's a 78 candle. Maybe you enter because of the 78 head and shoulders, right shoulder is higher and all of that. So maybe that's why.
Bank time.
So in my opinion, just enter a short, and then later on the market will come and take you out, and then boom, you lost no money, you know. And then if you go in a little bit into profit, go break even. If you don't manage to go break even, set a sell limit. If you're in a long and you're in drawdown and you don't want to lose money, set a sell limit. Later, sooner or later, market will come and take it. What do you guys think of that? Have any of you guys done that before? Type 1 if you did, type 2 if you didn't. I think it's very important to protect your capital.
100%.
Instead of re-entering, just plus what you can do is like, okay, you lost one position. Let's say 3.3%, right? No, I'm not risking 5%. I'm not doing 1-to-1. If I was risking 5%, I would have been up 5K already if I had to take the first trade. No. So I'm doing a funded account. The funded account already passed on previous streams. So the plan is 500 risk. We allow 3K on the day. All right. So 500 risk, and then the reward is going to be 5,000. that can give it to us this week. So I have currently a 100K account. My max drawdown is 94K and my daily loss is 3K. So you know what? I'm not gonna go one shot, you know, go rich or go home. I can do that, but you know what? It's a past account. Like I can afford 10, 20 accounts, you know, I can just buy funded accounts and just pass them, you know, lose maybe 10 and then pass 10. And then you know what? On one trade,
Rich millionaire.
and then in one trade, I can make that 10 that I lost, you know. If I can have a 1 to 10 risk to reward, and then I'm risking 1K, and then it's a 1 to 10, so I'm making 10K. I should get paid out around 9K. So now that other 10 accounts that I lost, I will be recovered, and then boom, I have another 9. I can pause them and just milk the prop firm. And then I promise you, if you get a breakout account, you can get paid out. Milk them, you know. My Rolex. Thanks, man, Fierce King. Man, I love these guys. So maybe we should analyze gold for you guys. I see PTC is coming down to that entry. Let me... So you guys got the explanation there. Come on, give it to me, baby. Give me that entry. So we just need a spike, you know? All we need is a spike, guys.
Sorry, guys. I just needed to eat a pizza. I'm super hungry. King Azoulay ate his pizza while I was setting up the stream.
So let's put an alarm on here that can save us some watching time. All right, and then let's go to gold.
Gold 500 extra leverage.
Gold. What do gold have for us? Let's analyze gold together. So guys, overall target is 3950. I've been screaming that number since the market was up here. So what are we looking for? I'm looking for market to continue to the downside. So we can see what happened is the first green candle, we had a reaction on 618, the second one 618. So we can...
Guys, you can eat, sleep, drink, do whatever, but just keep streaming, don't worry. What's the best prop firm to use? Breakout. Breakout has a 100% payout guarantee. I'm afraid I dulled mine too much drug. That's not good. Yeah, BTC's close, eh? It's close. I love it.
So guys, currently gold is in no man's land. We can either look to long at the 78 or short at the negative 27. Reason being, the 78 is over here, lines up with 618, right? And then 128 over here lines up with 618, right? So plus we have these orders to be filled over here. Usually 50% to 80% of this candle will be filled. Plus if you take this green candle right over here like this, you will see it's lining up. Everything is lining up. Currently the gold is in no man's land. So I would love to see a pullback.
BCC hit entry apparently, according to some of these people.
I have not gotten an alarm.
I don't think so, guys.
So we can see a pullback around here, a drive to the upside, and then boom, That will be beautiful. We can make a lot of money. And then what can we see after this? A rally to the upside. So we can see this.
I like that.
A relief. That's what we can look for gold. It have not entered me, to be honest, on gold, on the PTC.
No, I don't think. I think they say
I have
it's
not
almost.
gotten the entry yet.
It's close though, eh?
It hit the first entry, yes, the one we had marked on. But did you not adjust?
No, they haven't. They haven't entered yet. I don't think any of them have entered yet. King Azoulay, what do you think was your biggest like change that you made that made you the trader today? Like, what was your biggest thing that you just were like, shit, this is...
If I take a loss and I go and I figure it out why. Journaling, but then a lot of people take losses in the market and they're like, oh, it's a loss, it's a market, blah, blah. No, it's not the market. It's not the liquidity provider. No one is hunting your stop losses. No one is going after you. You don't even exist. You're like an insect in the market, you know, or we are so small that we don't even exist.
Yeah, we don't.
So
We're like little babies.
if you take a loss, go and figure out why. How did the pattern change? Why did the pattern change? Go look at that and then back test and forward test and see, okay, what is the probabilities of that happening? Is it 90%? All right, add it to your rule book. Create rules based on probabilities, based on numbers, because it all comes down to data.
100%.
Collecting data, collecting information is like the CIA, you know?
I think people also need to like collect data on them as a trader. Like collect data, like small things. I mean, with having a platform and AI tool like Claude, you can literally create a trading journal in 5 minutes, and whatever strategy you're using, you can use to have a journal of saying, if you had these confluences on this trade, journal that. If you had these confluences on this trade, journal that. Because you want to build a strategy of probability, because no one's certain where the market's going to go. But if you have evidence of over 1 to 6 months that when you had these two confluences meeting up and in this time of the day you were trading and it works, then now your probability is getting higher and higher from the more data that you collect. So I think for you guys, if you want to like track what you're doing, track what you're trading, I would 100% recommend having some sort of a journal, even if it's a digital journal that you can make with Claude. I mean, it's so easy nowadays. Like literally, you can even have a chart on your journal where you can chart the stuff and be like, okay, cool. Go into replay mode on TradingView. Test your so-called strategy. See what's working. See what doesn't work in some instances, but does work in the next. Like you need to treat trading like your job, your full-time thing. You can't treat it like a side hustle, because as soon as you start treating trading like a side hustle, it'll start paying you like a side hustle.
And a lot of people, they get very happy when they win. They get very sad when they lose.
Yeah,
no,
emotions.
you must treat it like a business. I mean, guys, a perfect example, Bridgewater, Ray Dalio. If you read his book, Principles, he talks about how, you know, his life story, blah, 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 and all the rules and that stuff he made. He became very successful because what he did is they tested a move, you know, they tested, okay, the market goes from A to B. When it goes from A to B,
It hit for some people,
from Jan to Feb, it goes from A to B in Jan and Feb, and then 90% of the time it goes to D, not C. So he added that to a computer, and what he did was like, okay, I'm gonna add all my rules, all my probabilities, all the stuff that I'm creating based on my experience, based on my losses, because best losers win. You know, I don't know if you read that book by Tom. He's also like a world champion in trading. Yes. So what Ray Dalio did was he created a system with all his rules. He was like, you know what? If I'm having a fight with my wife and I'm having the worst day of my life, I can, and I get an alarm that is triggered on my trading view, which never existed that time. And you know what? I'm going to take a trade, but now, if I'm not in the right mindset, I'm having problems with family, blah blah blah. Maybe I didn't sleep well and all of that. Now I can look at the system that I built based on my rules. What does it say? You know, is it could be a notebook, could be cloud, whatever you want. What does it say, and what is he thinking at that time? And then he will make a third decision and then execute manually.
Your execution should be completely rule-based, no matter how you're feeling, no matter if your day's been trash, if your day's been amazing. It should be, this happened, this happened, this happened, check. This happened, check. I'm taking the trade.
What's your thought on that, Johnny?
And yeah, coming back to the journaling part, one thing I want to mention is that you can journal all you want, but if you're not reviewing data, you're not getting anywhere, then the journal's pointless.
100%.
You can journal as many losing trades, as many winning trades as you want. But if they just sit there collecting dust in your journal, whether that's digital or on paper, that's not going to make a difference. The fact that the same time you entered a trade, you wrote down the confluences and stuff like that, that's not going to make any difference to your trading or to your goal of becoming profitable or just having a generally higher win rate. You have to sit down, chart off on a weekend when you're not trading, and you have to review your data. You have to look at this trade I lost. Why did I lose it? You have to ask yourself those questions, because you can say I lost a trade, I lost this amount of money, it was at this time on this pair, this, but if you're not asking yourself, why did I lose it, and reviewing your data, coming back to it, and not only that, on the winners also, exactly what Tom said, we trading probability based, whether that's patterns or strategies. You need to review, okay, this one won, why did it win? Is it similar to others that I've won? Okay, I'm figuring out that normally when I use this confluence, it wins most of the time.
Yeah.
Boom, probability based trading.
100%.
So you need to review your data. Data sitting, collecting dust.
Thanks, bro.
Makes no difference to how good of a trader you're going to be. You have to sit down with yourself
100%.
with a clear head, no trading insight, and review why those specific trades you won or lost.
So the entry on the side of my screen is our Bitcoin long, Daniel. That's what we've been, sorry, not Daniel, Mac. That's what we've been looking at for the past couple of the hour or so. 6,500 full TP or half. 6,500 is our short-term target, and then our full TP is okay. So we should be
there. We go.
Yeah, we just got in on.
All right, guys, we're in the longs. Let's see if we get a reaction. If we don't, we're not risking a lot. No need to cry about it.
100%. So we're in on longs. What we want to see now is a slight rejection. We want to see a slight rejection to the upside.
5 second.
Yeah, look at the 5 second.
5 second has a good rejection.
Look at the liquidation. Come on, push up for me, baby.
There we go.
Come on.
We want to see this 5 second show price just pumping up. 5 second is just fly. And then we chilling. Too much volume shorting. Bro, we don't give a fuck. We taking this long.
It's all about probabilities. It's not like we don't give a fuck, really. It's all about probabilities.
Like we've planned the trade. We've got the confidence. Why not?
Yeah, 100%. If I get a confluence or two, and then being patient about it, even if it stops me out, it's not an issue. I'm not risking on my account. I still have 2,500 left on breakout.
And that's just for the day. You know what I mean? It's not like you're risking. You only have 3K for the entire for entire time. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like I feel like people with fundeds, you get the funded, you pass the funded. Now you've done the hardest part, and then you want to go full port your account.
Come on, that's what we're talking about. Look at that market
Look at that
pushing up.
rejection. 5 seconds supporting our rejection quite nicely. Beautiful entry.
Nice. That's what we're talking about. So, guys, one more push to the upside, and then you know what?
You can go B.
You can go BE.
Type in the chat number one if you guys got into this trade. Blow up that chat. We want to see number one if you guys are in. Type in the chat. Blow the chat up completely. I want to see at least 20 to 30. Come on, boys. Give it to us. Show us that you guys are in the trade.
Look at that liquidation on 𝗕𝗏𝗆𝗆𝗍. It shows you, you know, these green, big green bubbles. It's showing you liquidation.
Oh, we got a lot of people. We got a lot of people in this trade. Let's go, guys.
Come on, guys. That's what we're talking about.
We got a lot of people in this trade.
Is it time to go break even for them, or
I would say just one more push.
one more push to the upside?
Hey, one more push, you see? King Azoulay the 3rd and the 5th. Aza. I would say like... Damn, bro, there's a shit ton of people in this trade. I think there's like 100 or so people in this trade.
Okay, guys. Soon we're gonna go
Break even, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Yeah, let's start going break even.
You can start going break even.
Because if it wants to go down, it can.
I would start going break even now if you guys can. Stops B now, yes.
All right.
Stops B.
Confirm, and then
We
now.
confirmed we BE. So everyone, if you are in the trade, go BE. Remember, it is also market open on a Sunday. Ideal trading times, most probably not. But we came on here. We want to pass this challenge with you guys and get you guys into some beautiful trades.
So guys, I have opened a position of 1 point. Let me see how much was my position. Quantity of I think 1.8, and then what happened was I got charged of
yeah, we 56 up.
$30 on that.
Break
so
even means move your stops to where you entered. So now you risk free.
15 minutes. I need that baby to flip green.
If this 15-minute candle flips green, we cooking. Why so fast? Just to manage risk or not confident in the reaction?
No, just to save capital. You know, if it wants to go back to our entry and wants to go lower, we can get a cheaper price. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not? If it wants to come back to entry and stop us out, we get stopped out at break even, and then we take a lower entry and we get a better entry.
Look at the market; it's volatile at the moment.
I think the 5 second is slowly creeping to the upside. I think the 5 second has a lot of potential to keep pumping to the upside. I mean, look at this. We've just liquidated in the last 4 hours 17 million long liquidations. Last hour, 14 million long liquidations. Damn.
Which means the shorts are in control. That's why.
Exactly. But we want to see a little bounce here. I want to see price balance. If we get stopped out BU, who cares? Who cares? Just break even. If I think the 5 second can close like here and then gives us that 45. We have 44 seconds left on this.
It's just gonna shoot up on the low time frame. To be honest, you see that?
Yeah.
It's just gonna go up. Unless we're gonna get one big red candle to the downside, and that's gonna take all of us out.
B depends on exchange fees, right? Normally I have to go a little higher than entry. Yeah, you can go a little higher than entry.
Yeah, of course you have to cover commission, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. 12 seconds for the candle to close. Let's see if we can get a flip on the 15 minutes and it can close green.
Just give us that 3 second. Needs to go up one more time.
Oh,
You see, look at
it
that.
closed red. I don't like that. I don't like that, and that's why you go break even.
Exactly.
Boom! It just took me out break even, to be honest.
Spread's also wide now.
Yeah, spread is really wide.
It is also 1:30 in the morning though. No risk, no Ferrari. Yeah, baba.
So I'm currently out at break even, and the market have taken me out break even, and look at that, it's just starting to dump to the downside. You see that?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys just look at long liquidations, if we've liquidated $14 million to the downside, and only 700K to the
I still
upside.
believe it's gonna go up. Like,
I also
there's
do.
no ways, you know. So whoever is still in a trade, give it some time. Let it push up again.
100%.
There we go.
If this one closed green, you guys.
That's it. Look at that.
Look at that green closure. Ooh, yeah, baba. King Azoulay the 15th.
That's beautiful, guys.
That's a beautiful entry, yeah.
Come on.
I'm still in. Come on, Anis. I'm still in too. Let's go. Let's go.
You boys are still in.
Let's go.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have got stopped out.
Ooh,
break
look at that
even.
push.
So how many people is still in? Who got taken out? Type 1 if you got taken out. Type 2 if you are still
Yeah, type.
in.
Yeah, 2 still in, 1 taken out.
Ooh, look at that push.
Look at that push, boy. Are you still in, Johnny? Or
I-
your spread still cool? Spread.
No, I got taken out BE, but that's good risk management.
Still in. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And that's how you get a good entry, boys. We have analyzed it
Damn,
with
the
you.
boys are still in. A lot of people are still in. I love that.
That's how you get a good entry, guys. We did the analysis together. We adopted to the market. It's all about adoption. How can you adopt to the market? How can you flow with the market? We had a higher entry and we were like, okay, hold on. Market pushed a bit higher. Why did it stop there? Why did it retest the 50 MA? What is going on? There should be a reason. So, yeah, guys, until tomorrow,
If you
make sure you put that likes up. I don't see a lot of likes. Press that like button so we can keep doing what we're doing. Johnny, thanks for showing up
Thanks,
today.
Johnny. We appreciate it, brother.
Thomas,
𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗡, baby.
let's go.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Thanks for the amazing stream.
Ciao.
Nice stream, brother.
Nice stream.
Just
boys.
offered.
Well done.
That's
Got him in a little $800 balloons from your core.